Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai. I just wanted to take a few moments today, not to really talk about any particular topic from a systems perspective, be it about politics or be it about any of the health areas, but I wanted to take more of a introspective opportunity to thank a wonderful human being who just passed this earth. His name is Richard DeLuca, and I just want to share with you a little bit about Richard. Many of you probably don't know about him, but Richard DeLuca was a wonderful human being. Richard was an electrician who volunteered for my campaign when I ran both occasions. And he also was a big supporter of our movement for truth, freedom, and health. This weekend, there was a ceremony, a funeral ceremony for him, and a lot of people showed up. And it was at a small church up in North Reading, Massachusetts. And I just thought I would just honor Richard's life by sharing with you a little bit about him. Richard died of a form of leukemia, and he didn't really let a lot of people know about it. For 3 years, he'd been having this. He only let me know about it probably about 6 months ago. But Richard never ever complained, and one would not even know this was going on with him. It's a pretty the form of leukemia that he had. People die very, very rapidly, unfortunately, and it's deadly, and it has very low cure rate. But Richard was a family person. He was an electrician, a consummate electrician who really cared about his work. But he was a worker, an American worker, and I met him when we first ran for Elizabeth Warren. Against Elizabeth Warren, we had a campaign called "Only the Real Indian Can Defeat the Fake Indian," and some of you may have seen these banners. And one of our volunteers had knocked on Richard's door and showed him this big 4x8 sign and wanted to put it up on Richard's lawn. And he really didn't care for Elizabeth Warren, so he agreed to put it up. And it was on a main road, in Andover, Massachusetts. His neighbor got a little bit upset because his neighbor may have been a supporter of Elizabeth Warren's. But anyway, Richard invited me over, and his neighbor was concerned the sign was projecting too far out on the lawn, and his neighbor couldn't see it when he went to exit from his house. So we moved it back, and Richard loved the sign, and Richard helped us put many signs up all over Massachusetts. That was in 2018. And then when I ran in 2020, Richard was out there collecting signatures. And if you remember, this was a pandemic. And our opposition, the people that we ran against as Republicans, we never even saw any of these people collecting signatures. And to this date, I don't believe they collected really any bona fide signatures, but our volunteers were out there, and we had to collect close to 20,000 signatures. And Richard was someone who contributed. I think Richard collected himself about 1,000 to 1,500 signatures by himself, which is nearly, 10% of what we needed, which was 5%. But one individual did that while he was in this condition, always smiling, always jovial. And Richard had a childlike quality to him. Whatever he put himself into, he would embrace it, loved it, and his spirit was very infectious. So I wanted to share that with you because when Richard's passing occurred very quickly, I was traveling and I was supposed to go. I found out he had about 20 days to live, and I was unfortunately not able to see him. But I did have the opportunity. His family invited us to a very nice service that we went this past Sunday, and it was wonderful. And the music that they played was Amazing Grace, which I'll end this with, which is one of probably my most favorite songs. But I just want to emphasize that Richard was really a warrior for truth, freedom, and health. He understood the interconnections. He was a Christian who followed the teachings of Christ, and he felt what he was doing when he shared the movement for truth, freedom, and health. He was really a fighter for Christ, and he believed that in his heart, and he was very dedicated to our movement, and but most importantly, dedicated to his values that he saw were important, and he didn't really like the way the country was going. But he was out there, worked very hard with that, never complaining, and touched a lot of people's hearts. So I wanted to share Richard's life with you. I think those are the two big experiences. I remember him just out there, collecting these signatures, rain or sleet or snow, during the quote unquote pandemic, during his illness, never ever complaining, whining. No one even knew he had any of these conditions going on with him. So in many ways, we live in a world right now where we're given an incredible amount, and a lot of people complain about a lot of things and forget the incredible value we have with life. And Richard valued life. He valued others. So I just wanted to honor him. And again, that's to Richard DeLuca. He was born in 1942. He would have been 80 in September of this year, and he passed on in February. So I'm just going to play a rendition of Amazing Grace. All right, everyone. I hope if you want to look up Richard DeLuca, look him up.
What would web design look like if we had a single continuum?
I got to stop this. Thank you, everyone. And I wish you all well. That was a little piece that I played from a YouTube song, but I wish everyone well. Thank you. Be well, be the light. And if you didn't know Richard, just think about him. There's a picture of Richard right there. And I wish all of you well. Thank you very much. Be well. Thank you.